Providence Academy in Plymouth for an early season non-conference matchup in girls basketball as the Mahtomedi Zephyrs come across town here to take on the defending Class 2A champion, Providence Academy. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Ryan Iverson. And Ryan, you look at that record for the Lions, 1-2, but they have scheduled very heavy early on. A loss to one of the best teams in Iowa, and then also a loss to one of the best teams in 3A, Becker. I asked Coach Katz about how the girls are reacting to being 1-2 after winning a state title. He said, I think it bothers me more than them, which doesn't surprise me.
Well, I love that he's doing that. You challenge your team right away, right from the beginning, and they were in both of those games, really in it. So I think they're playing, obviously, much better than the record indicates. And anytime you're coming off a state championship, Jay, you got that swagger, that confidence, that belief. So I think it's not going to hurt them in the long run.
And Mahtomedi coming in at 2-1. They've played in the same two events that Providence has, first of all at St. Thomas and then at the breakdown at Hopkins over the weekend. And it kind of catches your eye when they had that win over Eastview and at the breakdown. I mean, that's obviously a good program year in and year out, and this Zephyrs team could be a pretty good one this year.
Yeah, and their loss sandwich in between against Stewartville, who's also very good. So they're a very good team. I know youth basketball-wise, you see Mahtomedi winning a lot of these youth girls programs. So they got a really good program with a lot of talent coming up. So I expect this to be a really competitive game tonight.
Let's talk key players to look at in tonight's contest, starting with the visitors for Mahtomedi. And one of three Ellas in their lineup, Ella Cletty, is leading them in scoring. And it sounds like we haven't seen her play, obviously, but it sounds like she gets up and down the floor pretty well and can shoot it a little bit.
So if I miss something, I'm just going to assume and say Ella had a great play. But, yeah, she's a very good shooter, just under 18 points. That's one of my keys tonight, Jay, is that the pace that Providence Academy plays with is so high. They score in the 80s. Mahtomedi is going to have to score a lot tonight to stay in this game. And so, obviously, Ella being the leading scorer, she's a good shooter, averages a good amount of steals, 6 rebounds, so she's a very complete player. She's going to have a big one tonight.
And for Providence Academy, somebody who seems like a long-term veteran already, but she's a freshman. Madden Greenway got hurt in the state soccer tournament. There was some hearts that stopped in the Providence Academy area, but she's bounced back quickly. It was just a sprain to her knee. Not too bad, averaging 32 a game already against the competition they've played.
Yeah, so she's doing it against the best teams. But what I love, not only the great scoring, but you see just under 7 assists, too. That tells me she's involved in making basketball plays, not just a scorer or a shooter or a driver. She will make the right basketball play, and if the teammate's open, she will distribute it. She's just a competitor, and over the 1,000-point mark already, beginning of your freshman year, pretty remarkable. I'm excited to see her in person tonight.
Be an interesting contest, too. Obviously, these teams, they're hoping to keep on playing, but they haven't really played each other before. And Coach Katz was talking about for Providence when I asked, what do you want to see tonight? First and foremost, he said defense. He said, we know the offense will come, but we need to get it back and buckle down and see if we can get stops against a good team, and that's what he's looking for more than anything.
Well, because he knows what wins state championships. You are going to have to get stops at some point. Shots don't always go in. Your offense doesn't always travel, but defense can always travel. So tonight they're playing a talented team. They're going to have to defend, and you want to just see that growth game after game, talking on defense, switching, rebound, those little things he's looking for tonight. And they're going to be critical if they're going to defend their state championship.
Mahtomedi will be without one of their good young players tonight, but still a very formidable lineup for the Zephyrs as well. And we'll get into action in just a moment here. It's Mahtomedi and Providence Academy girls basketball coming up next.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back here as Providence Academy getting their first time on their home court this season. So home opener for the Lions and what they expect to be another outstanding season. They return a lot of last year's state title team, but as Coach was saying, it is a new year, and you got a few different people mixed in, and you can't just count on what you did last year carrying over necessarily. You got to go out and do it again.
Yeah, and you got, you're always stepping into new roles, right? So you might have had key reserves last year that now are starters and counted on to be productive every night. And you got young kids coming, getting their first varsity action. And so it's just kind of fun to see how the pieces all fit together early on in the season.
It is interesting, too. Although they do have a lot of experience, they're still relatively young. I mean, they've got an 8th grade, a 9th grade, a 10th grade starter, along with a junior and a senior. So one from each of the top 5 grades starting tonight. And then Mahtomedi has got 3 sophomore starters. And we said they're without 8th grader Maya Wilson tonight. They do expect her back before too long. There's the look at the starting lineups for these 2 respective teams, with Mahtomedi on the left and Providence Academy on the right. Both these teams actually, or schools, have similar color scheme, but Mahtomedi, of course, in the white. And unfortunately, the head coach for Mahtomedi is not here tonight. She's away at a funeral. Erica Zizzo, 3rd-year head coach for them, and I didn't realize until this week that she was formerly Erica Haugen, who was Osseo's point guard in the late 90s and just one of our favorite players from the 90s. She was a great one, and didn't get a chance to see her tonight, obviously, but she'll be back and coaching this good Zephyr squad.
Kind of fun for you to see the development, right? These players, then obviously going to college, playing, and becoming coaches, so kind of a full 360 there.
Presley Albers will be called for the bump out top here for the Zephyrs, so Providence will inbound. Hope Counts has replaced her older sister Maria, who graduated in the starting lineup. Coach was saying they're both very good players, a little bit different players though. Here's Greenway trying to throw it underneath, tipped away though as she tried to set up Grace Counts.
And that's a great start defensively. Whenever Greenway's putting the ball on the floor, you got to be aware of where she is. Oh, tipped out, and she makes such good passes. If you can get your hands in those passing lanes, get deflections, that can be beneficial. Anna
Green unable to knock down that 3 attempt for the Zephyrs, so we stay scoreless here. Hope Counts on the drive, cut off, and we're going to have a foul call on the reach in, and that might be 2 quick ones on Albers. Yeah, so just 2 fouls in the game already, but both on Presley Albers, so she's going to have to quickly check out, and Sophia Peer, number 4, will come in to replace her. Greenway will pop off the inbound, and she nails it. 3-pointer for Greenway.
And that's really a part of her game that's gotten so much better over the last couple of years as she's gotten more experience, more confidence. She is a very, very good 3-point shooter now. And as opposed when she was in 7th grade, good shooter, but very good at getting to the basket. Now she's really become a great shooter.
On the drive there, Cletty is fouled and will shoot 2.
And then you just have to have an awareness on it. That's a simple screen, the screener underneath out of bounds play. You can't lose sight of number 30. Give her easy baskets. You want to make players like that try to work for everything they get.
Millerburn will pick up the foul for Providence as Cletty's free throw is good.
Yeah, you can see a great stroke.
And a 1 for 2. So a 3-1 lead for the Lions. Honecker shot in and out, and a nice block after Grace Counts grabbed the rebound, and Peer was right there to meet her.
Yeah, great recovery there. That was going to be a freebie, but you can see how fast Providence Academy will push it. Transition leads to a wide open 3.
Got some good matchups up front here. You don't have anybody that's enormous, but you got some good size post players in there.
And you look pretty evenly matched too, size. Both teams got a little bit of height, a little bit of length. No distinct advantage one way or the other.
Potoff with it out high. Coach Getz was saying we definitely want to force turnovers to get our transition game going, but we also need to play solid position defense.
Yep.
You can't count on getting a steal every time. Greenway is going to stop and pop, and in and out here. Nice rebound, though, and put back by Grace Counts.
Yeah, and she's averaging almost a double-double, 17 and 9. And they're just stuck with it. Good length, easy basket. Great way to get on the board. Yeah, right now you can see, nothing easy against this Providence Academy defense. Doing a great job of keeping everything out of the lane. No easy driving lanes.
Pierre gets a screen, and then a nice little dish off, and it rolls in and out for Green. And then a tie-up. Mahtomedi ball.
Yeah, and those are the kind of looks, if you get them against a good team, you got to capitalize on them. It was a great pass. And sometimes what ends up happening when you're pressured, Jay, is you end up rushing your shot, and you don't take advantage of getting that good look.
Drive and dish, and they keep it moving. Cletty attacking and was fouled on the way in. She's shown an ability to put the ball on the deck pretty well here early on.
Well, and what was right before that on the replay is a great shot fake. And, just get that defender to go for a second, opens up a lane to the basket.
Nice rebound there by Hope Counts. And so we stay at 5-1. Zephyrs still unable to knock down anything from the floor. Greenway nearly had it stolen. Inside, Grace Counts, a nice turn and go.
Grace did a great job. Madden lost the ball, lost her dribble there. Great cut, just that little flash. And she's shown a nice ability, Grace has, finishing right at the rim.
Deflected out of there by Millerburn, but recovered here by Cletty. Again, good help defense. Here's a look at a three, won't go. A nice rebound in traffic by Frazier, though. And then a steal by Pierre. Goes right to the hoop, but missed it. Pierre gets it back, though. And then Frazier will shoot. A defender bothered her from behind there that she didn't know was there. Cletty was bumped. Yep. And that's going to be Hope Counts picking that one up. I thought maybe she got fouled even a little before that.
What a great possession by Mahtomedi. 3-4 offensive rebounds off the steal. Great job by Cletty. Great job also by Pierre keeping those possessions going.
Emily Metzel will check in here for the Zephyrs as they continue to look for their first hoop here, down 7-1. And there's a steal by Greenway. Jumped right in the passing lane. Into Hope Counts, but missed that one. And there's Metzel with the rebound. Down to her knees. They call timeout.
Oh.
And Coach Mark Gustafson is acting head coach tonight, if you will, for the Zephyrs. And not lacking for experience. Said, how long have you been with Mahtomedi program? He said, well, I got to stop and think. He said, overall, 37 years in coaching. He said, second year back with the girls program, 8 years total. It was with the boys. Kind of one of those program guys, a lot of times you'll see that at a school. Somebody that maybe doesn't necessarily care if they're the head coach or not, but just love basketball, love coaching, and a lot of times the good programs have people
a guy
like that.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And the kids trust them. Different generations trust them. Administration, parent, everyone just love having a guy like that around. I'm impressed so far by both teams, the effort that they're playing with. Both teams really defending hard and moving the ball well, hustling, diving, rebounding.
Back out top, it comes to Potoff. Metzel at the baseline. Pass got away, and it'll end up being a turnover, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, and she drove, and I don't know, I didn't see who it was, but they cut back door. It was the right move, just not quite read, but that's that pressure defense getting to them.
Greenway with the crossover, and then dumps it down low. The turnaround is good for Grace Counts. But she's really good at flashing in to get that pass, and she's in a good spot to go up.
And part of that is just knowing that Madden Greenway will deliver it too, right? If you cut and you're open, she's going to get it to you in a spot where you can be successful. And that's her third relatively easy basket.
Hope Counts with the steal. And now they try to go back to Hope and taken away by Metzel. Long ahead. Cletty with a nice fake and scores it.
I love that. It's just such a good move.
Back the other way, though. Hope Counts had a layup attempt that wouldn't go. Both teams kind of talked about wanting the pace to be high, so we'll see a little bit of that. There's Cleddy driving and was fouled.
Man, she's relentless going to the basket. She is not settling for jump shots. And here, I call this the Top Gun move. They stop, goes right on by, and it's such a smart play. Rather than challenge someone who's taller and athletic, and you might get a piece of it, just let them go right by.
Cleddy's free throw is good. She has all 4 Zephyrs points.
Yeah, 9-4, and you think, Mahtomedi has missed quite a few close range makeable shots, so if they can just slow down a little bit on their finishes, have a chance. Again, to remember the scoring. This Providence Academy team is going to be in the 80s, if not higher, so you've got to figure out how to score with them.
Kira Miller in there had the ball knocked away, and then we get a tie-up. It'll stay with Providence. Frazier returning to the lineup here for Mahtomedi. Number 2, Ella Prose, is also in there for the Zephyrs. Checked in a moment ago at that last stoppage. So they've gone about 8 or 9 deep so far. Here's Greenway firing, no good. Frazier the rebound. Up top it comes here to Metzel. Now they swing it back. Green an open look here, but it's too long, and Miller the rebound. And then a takeaway by Prose. Frazier, our surprise Green with that one. And let's see, we're going to have offensive foul. Miller and Green both go down hard, and it'll be on Anna Green.
Yeah, and that's one, too. We caught the ball. Anna Green got it right at the free throw line there. You got a wide open 8 to 10 footer. Just take it, make the easy play there. And a nice job by Providence Academy just staying put and holding your ground by Miller.
So Greenway hits the front court here. Her team up 9-4. Nice move, and goes all the way for 2.
Yeah, what makes it so hard is now that she's a very legitimate three-point shooter is you can't back off and give her that space. You can see how quick her first move is.
Pass was deflected and made it an impossible catch for Tori Jesperson there, and it goes out of bounds off her.
Well, and I think what, you talked about, Coach Getz talking about the defensive intensity ratcheting up. I think you're seeing the fruits of it already. Even when Mahtomedi does drive, it's a quick, hurried pass or a quick, hurried shot. So just getting the other team's offense to speed up.
Crossover, pull-up jumper. Wow. Madden Greenway showing a little bit of everything in the early going here.
Yeah, and when you good player to that elite player, it's just doing whatever the defense gives you. Open shot, fine, I'll take that. You want me to get to the basket? I'll take that. Okay, mid-range, I'll take that. You're going to double me? I'll make the right pass. So just, you become almost unguardable when you can do everything.
Nice baseline drive, and Jesperson lays it in. The defense overcommitted just a little bit there, and she beat him.
And just a simple rip through to the baseline. Nice finish, didn't rush it. Great move.
Miller on the drive, too hard with that one. There's Grace Counts, though, with the rebound. Kind of a 1 foot leaner, and hits her 4th basket already.
Yeah, really effective, and she moves so well, too, for her height. There she's playing the passing lane, getting out, running transition.
Greenway across, and Ari Peterson for the layup. Wow, that's probably the best looking set for Providence right there on the running the break.
You get it to your quarterback, and you see everyone sprints, and they know if the right play is to make the pass, Madden Greenway will make that. You can see how they put up points in a hurry, can't you, Jay?
I remember thinking that too last year about Greenway, what you said. She's going to take a lot of shots, but she will give the ball up when people are open. And I think teammates respect that. I mean, you don't mind playing with somebody who shoots a lot if they're really good and they will pass.
Well, so you watch this play. I mean, she could have easily taken one more dribble and scored a layup. Hey, I got to get 32 points a game. Instead, I'm going to make the right play. And that's what I think makes her so good, is that she gets 32 within the flow of an offense, not overshooting, not hunting her own shot, but just making the right play.
Hope Counts grabbed that rebound and they quickly doubled her, so she just threw it out off the leg of Jesperson.
Oh, nice pass.
Nice pass inside. Hope Counts. Oh, left it a little bit short. She was off balance.
Yeah, that was a great post feed. Just perfect height right over the defender. I don't know if Hope, it looked like she might have slipped a little bit on that shot.
The traveling call there, so the Zephyrs continuing to struggle really to get good looks and to finish them. When 6 points when we're this deep into the game, probably not what Coach Gustafson was looking for here tonight.
Well, I think when you play against a team that's really good offensively, is you feel like you got to get it all back right away.
Greenway the miss. I thought she got fouled there, but play on. And then a travel coming out of there, so Zephyrs give it right back. Greenway will inbound. Hope Counts flashing free, goes up in traffic there. They're letting play a little bit.
Yeah.
Peterson the miss and the rebound by Pierre.
How about Peterson with that height, only a 7th grader too. He's going to be another name that you're going to want to definitely keep an eye on over the next few years. Nice driving kick.
Letty, open 3 and hits.
And that's the play. You break your person down, you draw the help, make a nice driving kick, and then knock it down. You got to make shots when you're playing against Providence Academy.
Greenway crossing over, goes to the lane, left-hand layup, no good. Hope Counts, so grabs the rebound. And then a travel as Honecker shuffled him.
Yeah, and a great move by Greenway too, and that's what you got to do is just defend those and make her have to make tough shots. And there's just a nice kick by Pothoff. Finds Cletty over in the corner, and those open threes, you got to take advantage of them and knock them down.
Pothoff being hounded out there by Millerburn.
Good cut.
Back out, Cletty is going to try and drive it, and they'll keep it rotating here. Here, trying to get an opening. Let's see, we're going to have a blocking foul. She tried to step through there. Hope Counts, I think, will pick it up. It's gotten pretty physical here. I have to admit, not every night that we're right on the court, we're seeing there's a lot of banging around going.
And people playing fast and hard. Yeah, that's where I'd like to see Cletty shoot those, right? She's got the last 2, I think she had an opening and just didn't shoot it. They need her to score.
Pierre unable to get the right angle to finish that bank, and then we get a tie-up. It'll stay with Mahtomedi.
When you talk about the physicality, I mean, just playing hard, girls going after balls, getting on the floor, jump balls. It's been fun.
Frazier letting it fly for 3 and an out. Greenway the rebound. Gonna throw it ahead toward Hope Counts, but Pierre got back to break that up.
Yeah, and that's one of the things too when you're playing Providence is you got to sprint back on defense, get your head up because that ball will be pushed ahead.
Greenway lost the handle. Frazier knocks it away, but Lions will get it back as Honecker gets to it. She's going to stop and fire. That was not close. And a tie-up. The Providence ball. Kind of a little heat check by Honecker. It looked like she kind of felt like, I haven't had a shot for a while, or maybe at all yet. I need one here.
I might not get another one for a while after that one.
That one was not close. Millerburn will shoot this 3. There's a nice rebound by Grace Counts. Kick it back out.
Smart job. Instead of forcing that shot, realized she didn't have much, able to kick it out. Nice step through in the finish.
Hope Counts the N1, or excuse me, Grace Counts the N1 has finished with the left hand.
And she deserved that one, getting that offensive rebound, kicking it out. Watch her repost. I love the step through and the finish with the left hand. And that's one defensively. If you are going to foul someone, you got to make sure they can't get that ball off. Don't give them a three-point play chance.
And unfortunately for Mahtomedi, Albers picks up her third foul. Has not been able to get many minutes in tonight because of that foul trouble. No good on the free throw. Hope Council grabs the rebound, and she'll go to the line.
Yeah, just aggressive length down there, and they're just really pursuing the offensive rebounds. What if they talk about that at home, like, hey, miss your free throw so I can get a couple offensive rebounds too.
Free throw is good by Hope Counts, her first point. Makes another one. So 21-9 Providence here, 7:25 to go first half, and near steal there by Grace Counts, but she had a foot on the sideline as she was trying to save that one in.
Yeah, and that time a little switch in defense, a little three-quarter court pressure, trying to force some turnovers, trying to maybe force some even faster tempo.
Back out to Green. Greenway got a piece of that pass. And see the changes kind of fooled Mahtomedi a little, but then an open look, and Potoff buries a three.
She's a gal that's averaging 12 points, so very capable scorer. And a big three there to kind of keep Mahtomedi here close.
Honecker missing. Grace Counts though rebounds. Back out to Greenway to the baseline for a pull-up, no good.
I tell you, Grace Counts has been really impressive tonight, Jay. Just her rebounding, her scoring.
Potoff's going to shoot up another one, no good though, and chased down by Millerburn. Greenway's pass tipped, but recovered by Grace Counts. Jabbed away from her by Jesperson.
Mahtomedi really competing on the defensive end. You know, getting some steals, challenging everything. Nothing's been super easy for Providence Academy.
Grace Counts got the up and under there. I think that one definitely fooled the defense. She was rolling like she was going to go back to the left hand, and then came underneath with the right.
Well, and that's what set that up, right? That last finish she had. So you kind of play that, and all of a sudden that's the old man at the YMCA men's league trick where you go underneath and draw the foul.
I was going to reference Mike and drill. Is that even? Do you remember that, or is that before your
Mike-ins were
time?
kind of the little jump hooks back and forth.
Back and forth. You practice to be getting able to score with both hands around the rim, and it looks like the Count sisters definitely have done a little fair share of that.
Yeah, this is where you got to be careful, right? Because Providence Academy is so athletic, so quick, and they start trapping you full court. You got to be able to handle the pressure. Don't want to give them extra possessions or easy baskets. That's how these points can really accumulate for Providence Academy.
And you can see Hope Counts at her size, agile enough that they can have her as a big part of that press.
And having that length that can run like that too. Absolutely.
So the Zephyrs turn it over. Providence inbounding here up by 10. Zephyrs, after a slow start, have kind of played it even since then, but now still trailing it by 10 points. Greenway looking to attack, but pretty good D. Honecker whipping it down low, and then over to Hope Counts, but she rushed it and hit the bottom of the backboard.
That was a great little touch pass, too, by Millerburn.
And there's a steal by Greenway, and she's ahead of the pack and lays it in.
And that's where the game can get out of hand, right? And that's where you can see her numbers going from 25 to up to 32, 35. Those 4 or 5 easy transition baskets that she can get.
Jesperson unable to finish as she had to rush that one, trying to haul it in. And there's a steal, though, by Green. And was fouled. As Honecker got back to cut her off, but then committed the foul. I think if she hadn't reached, she probably would have been okay
just
there.
went straight up like that, yeah. Smart job by Green, just going into the contact, making sure you get to the foul line out of it. Yeah, we saw in the last possession too for Mahtomedi, with Jesperson kind of rushed that. Again, another pretty good look, open look at the rim. Mahtomedi probably could have another 6 to 8 points if they were able to finish some of those good looks.
Second free throw is good for Green, so 24-13 as you see coming back in there is Metzel for the Zephyrs. We approach 5 minutes to go in this first half. Home opener for Providence Academy. Here's Greenway on the drive and dish. Kicked out by Counts out to Honecker, but that one won't drop. Battle for it in the corner, and let's see, it's going to stay Providence ball.
You talked about it earlier, but another nice cut by Grace Counts, right at the last second. But Mahtomedi did a great job of kind of swarming her without fouling her. And hustled by both girls there as it was going out. Oh, nice cut, nice pass.
Miller, the layup inside from Counts. Greenway bats it away, and it's going to be out off of the Zephyrs. It'll be Providence ball. They force the turnover.
You see how fast they play defensively. They are attacking it, and when they do that, you just have a tendency to just speed up. Got to take care of the ball. Got to get shot, at least shot attempts.
Greenway will hand it over. Grace Counts a jumper this time, no good. And a kick ball there. Frazier working it over to Potoff, and they'll bring it back out top here. Bounced into traffic.
And she had it too. If she would have taken one more dribble, she would have got a layup out of it. And there's that transition, how fast they can go from steal to points. There's another one.
Millerburn picks this off. Miller gives it to Greenway. She'll send it to Grace Counts, but had some trouble with the dribble. Big scramble, and Zephyrs had it, and then a foul called as Pierre was grabbed as she tried to spin away from the defender. Miller will pick up the foul. And that's team foul number 7, so it'll be 1-1 here for Mahtomedi.
You know, that's a one downfall too. When you're playing so aggressive, you got to do it without fouling. You got to be able to do it and not put a team in the bonus, give them a bunch of extra free throws. Yeah,
that's one of the things Coach mentioned too, is that, in terms, he thought they could, see room for improvement defensively, and also part of that was fouling less.
Yep.
Here, too hard with that free throw, and then we get a tie up. It'll stay with Mahtomedi.
Yeah, good hustle.
Already cut off, so she goes to Pierre. That pass deflected by Grace Counts. They go back to Cletty and then dishes it off. Layup no good. There's another one.
Yeah, good look. But just every pass challenge, you see lots of hands on the balls, a lot of tip balls.
Knocked away from Greenway. It's going to be Zephyr's ball. Yeah, you get the feeling that Mahtomedi is feeling rushed on some of those, don't you? That we talked about.
Yep, I do, and I feel like their defense has been good enough to keep them in this game. If their offense had been able to match it, their effort defensively, they're challenging everything. You just got to be able to score with this Providence Academy team.
Pull up here by Pros, and she nails a three.
Yeah, great patience. Nice look ahead.
And Peterson was ready and lays it in.
Well, that's what's so demoralizing, right? You hit a big three, you're feeling good. The second you relax, they get a free, easy one down the other side.
Cleddy answers with a layup.
She's been pretty impressive tonight, too.
Peterson will shoot a 3 from the corner, and that one is good. Peterson on fire now, 7 points.
Yeah, sometimes it just starts with that layup. You get that easy layup, all of a sudden you got the rhythm, the confidence, an open 3. Little flat, but you got a nice friendly home bounce.
And it feels like a nice way for her to break in as a varsity player. She's very young, obviously super talented, but with as many other good players, you don't feel that immediate pressure to be the star.
You kind of just fit in and you learn how to play and learn how to play at this pace. And I'll tell you what, too, when you're not a starter in practice, you're playing against a really good 5, so you're getting better every single day. You're competing in practice. The games sometimes might feel a little bit easier, but yeah, you don't feel like you got to score or carry the load. You just get to kind of fit in and, you know, playing with Madden Greenway, again, you know she's going to draw so much attention. You're going to get your chances. You got to be ready for them.
33-18 lead here for Providence, and as we've talked about, in a lot of ways, Mahtomedi is doing some good things, but then you look up and they've just not been able to really chip away at that lead. And Providence does that to people where they get those little stretches where they put a flurry of points together, oftentimes off turnovers.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be a 3, and then it'll be 2 turnovers. They'll get a stop, and there's a layup, another turnover, layup, and it's all of a sudden it's a 12-2 run, and game gets out of hand. That's why they're the defending state champions too. I've been impressed with their defensive pressure and intensity.
Greenway went for the steal, didn't quite get it, but good help. So they didn't, it didn't seem to bother them that they got outnumbered briefly there. Cleddy, nice fake, and she'll drive.
Yeah.
Ooh, and Hope counts a block, but we get a foul.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen that nice shot fake and just putting her head down and going hard at the rim, and she's drawn a number of fouls here in the first half.
Honecker actually picked up the foul. The block, I guess, was cleaned by Hope Counts, but they get number 3, Honecker, on the reach in there.
Yeah, there you see the slap.
Cleddy's free throw is good, so she's been good as advertised so far. 10 points for her.
We had a mass jersey tucking.
And free throw is good. So Zephyrs to within 13. 2 minutes to go now in this half. Greenway's pass stolen by Green.
Nice job by Green. They're kind of showing and then getting back and getting those long arms in that passing lane.
Green was fouled as she put it on the deck, and there'll be free throws upcoming.
And that's smart, when you're going against pressure and you're in the bonus, be strong with it, rip through and see if they'll foul you. You get free points. It's a smart play.
That'll be number 3 on Hope Counts also.
Yeah, and that's where when you already got 2, you just got to play good defense, do it without fouling. Play pressure defense, but do it without your hands.
Violation, 20 in the lane.
Yeah, Providence Peterson was in the lane early there, so they'll get the free throw again. And Green hits.
Well, that was the front end, wasn't it? Yeah.
So she takes advantage of a little mistake there for the Lions, and the lead is cut to 11.
Yeah, nice job by Mahtomedi, just staying in this game.
Greenway has fouled. Pierre thought she had it measured up pretty good and actually blocked the ball up top, but foul had already been committed by that point.
And she just puts so much pressure on the meat of that defense because she's got that really quick first step. And I don't think people realize how strong Madden Greenway is. We're taking that contact. Yeah, definitely the block was clean. You could see some body contact there. But she's so good. If you get into the paint like that, you either have to collapse and she'll find shooters, or she's going to get to the rim and finish or draw contact.
Second one bounces around and drops, so back to a 13-point game now. Ooh, Cletty picked up her dribble out high and traveled.
And that's ball pressure, right? Or denying the easy pass. So that's where, as a point guard, got to keep that dribble, keep that pivot till you know for sure where you're going with the ball.
And that's where, when you do the drills, like, hard dribble, then stop, pivot, come down and in balance and everything. A lot of times kids, I think, kind of just go through the motions doing those, but that's the reason why you do them
over and over and over. How about another offensive rebound and put back for Grace counts?
She has had herself a heck of a first half here. 15-point lead now for Providence. Cletty shooting was fouled and will shoot 3.
And that's where you don't want to foul a jump shooter when they're shooting a 3. You want to contest, get a hand up, make them earn that, make them knock that down. Don't give them 3 free throws out of it.
Misses on the first one. Another look as Miller comes flying back here. And definitely got her on the arm.
Yep. Just contest. Mike Bray, my head coach in college at the University of Delaware, Jay, who's now at Notre Dame, he used to always say if a guard fouled a three-pointer, especially in practice, he'd ask you how many career blocks you have. And you might have 2 or 3, and he's like, exactly, don't ever foul a jump shooter, just contest it.
37-24 Lions. Greenway crosses over on Pierre and then dishes. Grace counts, unable to hit it. Runner in the lane too hard, and Grace counts, rebounds. Greenway pushing it back to
nice
Peterson.
Pass.
It's good.
Yeah, what makes that so nice is she waits to the last second. She draws both defenders. And what happens by doing that is Peterson, then when she catches it, all she has to do is score. There's no defense down there. Great pass.
Jesperson the miss. Now it's Greenway. He's going to turn and fire and hit. Here again, this little run. Mahtomedi felt like they were right back in it. Now it's 17.
Yep. What was it, 31-22 just a second ago? Yeah, there's a 10-2 run.
Peterson the rebound, under 10. They can play for 1 here. Greenway had it knocked away, falls down, and let's hope she's all right here as so at halftime here, a 41-24 advantage here for Providence Academy. Putting together that little spurt right in before the halftime break here. So overall good, impressive performance for the Lions. Let's go over to Ryan now with Coach Gatz.
Hey, Coach, 41-24. What did you like there in the first half?
Well, we definitely went on a little run towards the end of the half, which was big for us. We still have some mental mistakes to clean up, but overall, I thought Grace Counts played a really great half, finishing well around the rim. Madden started creating early, got hot from 3, a deep 3 right away, and defensive intensity is pretty good, but we can still pick that up.
Well, you just mentioned it, defensive intensity. I thought you guys were wonderful. I mean, you were flying to the ball all over the place. When you do that, how do you do that without fouling, too, at the same time? You want to keep that aggressiveness, but without fouling.
Correct. Well, it's mostly our guards. We got to work on getting our hands off because we got to know when we get beat. We have our bigs in there. We're getting their hands up, blocking a lot of shots, so just don't bail them out with putting our hands on them is the best thing we can do. And then boxing out and getting rebounds to help our defensive intensity. We don't want to have to play multiple times in the same possession.
Last thing, what are you most looking forward to in the second half?
We just want to keep pushing. I mean, our whole thing is we want to get out in transition, and live ball stops help us get out in transition, so that's what we're really going to look for in the second half.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Jay.
Thanks, Ryan, and thanks to Coach Getz as his team up 41-24 at halftime. More basketball coming up from Providence Academy on CCX Sports. Welcome back here to Providence Academy as the Lions girls basketball team leading Mahtomedi 41-24 at halftime. So we check out some highlights from the first half of play, and it was a good competitive first half for a lot of it, but some good closing in the half there for Providence as there's Greenway popping an early three, and then Grace Counts, and her coach had a lot of praise for her, and rightly so.
Just does a great job of kind of ducking in and getting good position and finished really effectively and efficiently at the rim.
Cletty was good as advertised there. A nice fake on the layup there, and then she's able to knock down a three from the corner. But overall, they've struggled to make shots and really to get as good of shots as Providence is getting as well.
Yep. Well, you see a number of these forced off of turnovers in transition, and that was just a great, nice job. Drawing two defenders, getting a nice, easy shot for your teammate.
Yeah, Peterson had a really good half off the bench as well, along with, as you expect, Greenway and Counts getting it done. And Cletty has done well, but just not getting enough offense from other spots on the court here for the Zephyrs.
They got to have more possessions like we show, that drive and kick, right? Nice and easy, not forced, not rushed, not hurried.
So it's 41-24 Providence at halftime. We'll be right back here to Providence Academy in just a moment.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all three of our channels live. You'll also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
Welcome back here to Providence. Let's go over to Ryan. He's with Coach Mark Gustafson.
Well, Coach, first of all, before we get to some of the action there, how was it for you filling in head coach here tonight?
Hey, a lot of fun. The girls are really fun to coach. They have a lot of energy. I've been around them since they were little kids and training them and things like that, so this was a lot of fun.
Good. What did you think of the first half?
You know, if we could have cleaned up a little bit of our mistakes in the defense, we let them get down and get too many easy, uncontested baskets. If we could have taken that out of the equation, I think it would have been, the score would have been a little tighter, but they're ready to try to do that second half and see what we can do.
Anything offensively you want to see, especially here in the second half?
Just finishing a couple. We missed some ducks. We got the shots, got the passes, and just missed the layup. So hopefully we don't miss our ducks. And we'll see if what we can do. Yeah,
it looked like they sped you up a little bit, just slowing down and finishing.
So we talked about at halftime is, we want to play fast but not rushed, and they did. They got us rushed a little bit.
Super. Well, good luck in the second half. Right. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Jay.
Thanks, Ryan. And Coach Gustafson, as we said, filling in for Erica Zizzo, the Zephyrs head coach, who is away at a funeral. And we wish Erica well, and would have liked to get a chance to see her, as I mentioned earlier in the game, broadcast her games when she was a great guard for Osseo High School in the late 90s. So wish her well as she gets back in with the Zephyrs program. And her kids on the Zephyrs team, I can tell you right now, your coach was a heck of a high school player. She was a lot of fun to watch. So. And a lot of what Coach Gustafson said was, things that we kind of pointed out too. I mean, you just had that feeling that we played hard, we played reasonably well, but just a few things that got away from us, a couple missed layups, and then allowing them maybe a couple of easy shots too. That it did feel like it got away from them quick.
And it sounds so easy, right? Like, take care of the ball, no turnovers, and don't speed up. Okay, and then you play against Providence Academy. How many times over the years, Jay, have we seen Hopkins girls, right? They pressure you and they speed you up. So it's a lot easier to talk about it than to do it. But if they can do it, they've gotten some good shots. And I love both teams' effort. But, I thought Mahtomedi, especially defensively in the half court, played pretty well.
And speaking of Hopkins, Providence taking a big bite out of the schedule this year. They're actually going to be playing Hopkins in late January. So.
Well, I love it. I love that Coach Getz is just saying, we're going to play anybody, no matter what class. We want to play against the best, and they've certainly more than held their own. And when you got a player like Madden Greenway, who's already one of the best players in the state. It's only going to get better and better as she gets older, too. You want to compete against anybody.
And Peter is going to quickly come off the bench here for Mahtomedi. They've substituted real regularly here, played 9.
I see Albert's going on. I'm wondering if she picked up another foul, but I don't think so. I think it was just out of bounds.
Honecker. Here's Grace Counts and now Greenway driving it into the teeth of the defense and scores.
Yeah. She had a big defender right there, but just that nice little sidestep able to free her up and ended up getting a great look out of it. Great footwork.
Frazier too hard with that one. Grace Counts the rebound. Hope Counts the drive, fouled by Peer. Ooh, and down hard she goes.
I thought there might have been a double dribble there. Catch, dribble, picked it up, reset, and then dribbled again. But nice strong attack. That's what you do. If you attack the rim hard like that, you're going to get rewarded. She's got a nice shooting touch as well.
And now coming right back in is Albers, so I'm not entirely sure if they thought she was hurt or what exactly, or if they just wanted to have a quick conversation.
Remember, she did get to see a ton of time there in that first half with those 2 early fouls, came back in and got that 3rd foul right away.
Gonna break the pressure here, and they do a pretty decent job of it.
Yeah, if you can get the ball into the middle of the court like that, it can open everything up. Great passing here. Great passing. I'll tell you, I would have bet anything that was going to go in. You usually see those kind of possessions ended to make.
And there on the second try, Potoff does get it to go. Grace Counts getting good position. A little jump hook wouldn't go this time though. Frazier giving it back there to Albers, but not able to get it to drop. Greenway attacking, fouled by Frazier.
And I love that for people attacking like that, just that one quick, fast move, like this little left to right cross, and look at it go right into the body. And you're going to get rewarded when you do that, when you go up strong like that. You see so many people kind of shoot it and they fade away and they fall. If you go right into the chest, you'll get rewarded.
Greenway's free throw bounces around and drops. And makes a pair, so she has 19 in the game. Frazier way too long with that one. And sometimes rushing leads to poor shot selection too a little bit.
Yeah, and just because you're open too doesn't mean you have to take it, right? It's the first open look, you take it. Oh, just
travel
quick
there.
Little travel before she could get rid of it.
Yeah, Potoff I think was about to dribble and then saw her teammate, and it was at the same time she kind of tried to recalibrate and throw it right away. Greenway getting a high screen. She'll shoot that 3 in and out. Frazier with a nice rebound. And now Green, layup good.
Yeah. And that was nice. That's really the first time we've seen them push the ball off of a rebound like that. And they end up getting a really nice basket out of it too.
Grace Counts went with that little up and under again. This time didn't get a foul. And a reach in there as Cleddy was taking that handoff and got hit across the face there. It's going to be number 4 already on Hope Counts.
Yeah, that's big because she's with her length and athleticism. And that's, again, where you want to pressure those handoffs, but do it without those cheap little digs there, those little fouls. Those add up.
They don't want to be without Hope Counts, but more court time for Ari Peterson isn't going to be a bad thing, though, either for her Providence.
Yeah. That was great hustle by Grace Counts there, getting in the passing lane, diving on the floor. You love the effort.
Cleddy coming back to get it here. The drive and kick, and three knocked down by Albers.
And again, just simple basketball. You beat your man, you draw help, you kick it to your teammate, ready to shoot that time. Albers knocks down her first shot of the game.
Honecker will stop and fire. That one's too hard. Almost had it herself, but then Frazier comes up with it. Oh, try to go back to Frazier, didn't quite catch it. Greenway attacks, and the layup no good, but Green fouled her.
Yeah, and just that little bit of a fake pass there, I think, got her the separation, drew the contact, and the ability to, for anyone, much less a ninth grader, there's a little ball fake, to finish with either hand, so valuable. She shoots that with her right, it gets blocked, that time able to switch it. And again, so strong, takes that contact and still able to finish.
Green picking up her third foul there, so Pierre will come back in. And Green didn't complain a lot, but you kind of looked, and then on that replay, I thought, I don't know. We've seen other plays where there's more contact than that. Greenway makes a pair, 48-32. Pierre driving it.
Nice move.
Layup's good. That was nice.
No hesitation, no doubt. She just one great move, one dribble, and finished at the rim. That was really nice.
Grace counts. A little smaller defender on her that time. Double dribble though.
Yeah, that's the right call.
I think her eyes lit up seeing that she had a little bit smaller player guarding her, and she was going to go right at it, but double dribble. Well, Madden Greenway, like usual, has had quite a night here, and a little look at her. Some of the game we had last year in the playoffs where they absolutely destroyed a pretty good Maranatha team. She had quite a night that night, and as has throughout. And 1,400. She might get to the Ryan Iverson level.
Oh, she might get there by the end of the game.
And here's a look at some of what Madden's done here tonight. I might put you on the spot here, Ryan, but do you remember what did you end up at?
Yeah, I had 1740, and that was for 3 years. I didn't start playing until I was a sophomore, but I'll tell you what, led the team last, as an eighth grader, almost 24 points per game. And the thing I just love gamers, people that show up in big games. And Madden always showed up in the state tournament. She always competed against the biggest teams, and you love that. Obviously talented, but that mental, ability to compete is just what I love probably the most about her game.
Drives it into the lane here, flips it up and in.
And even that, you can see her get the spin ready, right? Coming from that different angle, just knowing how much spin you got to put on that ball to get it to go in. I mean, there's just some innate talents there that some people are born with and others aren't.
And right on cue, gets the steal. Layup is good.
And these are these little 8-0 runs she can go on kind of all by herself, right? And that's
Greenway up to 25 now for Providence. And their lead is 18.
And it's weird because it totally felt like Mahtomedi had the momentum kind of coming back to their side.
Timeout taken by the Zephyrs here. They're fearing a turnover as they were in trouble.
And that's what you love as a coach. If your coach gets right now, you're like, we're on a run. We're almost up 20, and our guys are still competing with great effort on defense. That's what you love to see. No plays off.
And you see Madden's dad up in the crowd there, the former Viking Chad Greenway.
Now watch the spin on this. You're going to see her. She knows she's coming at a weird angle. You see her put that little extra juice on it. And I love that. And this is probably what I think is the best thing about her game is she's smart. She'll play the passing lanes, get out, tip it out, and can finish in transition.
Well, and you kind of forget. I mean, points add up because of things like that. When you can night in and night out have 5 layups off steals.
Averaging 32 is attainable, right? Because you're not necessarily having to in a half court hit a bunch of shots, create a bunch of shots to do it. You get those 8 to 10 points a game and that kind of stuff, and then
Peer missing there, and Miller does a nice job fighting for that rebound, and then called for travel.
They missed a travel on the drive to the basket there by Mahtomedi.
Green will come back into the Zephyrs lineup here. Kick back out, and Peer will shoot this one up. Short. Tip to Greenway by Counts. Has Honecker up ahead. Honecker, though, blocked by Peer. Etzel gets rid of it over to Pros. Peer with it at the high post. Back over to Pros. Green dumping it down low. Miller got a piece of that, but the Zephyrs will keep it. Green flashing into the lane. Couldn't hit that. And then we get a tie-up. It'll be Mahtomedi ball. Green getting set to pass it in here as Mahtomedi trying to claw back. They were down 17 at halftime, now down 18. Greenway got a piece of that. It's interesting that they actually have more field goals in the second half than Providence does, but then you add in the free throws and just the fact that they were down big already.
Yep.
Cletty's pass deflected. It's actually going to be out off the Zephyrs. Frazier, though. Greenway kicking it over to Honecker from the baseline. One drop. Greenway gets to the rebound, though. Honecker down low. Grace Counts. And then Miller with the runner at short.
And Providence Academy going into a 2-3 zone here. Changing it up a little bit.
Green from the corner, won't go. Miller burned the rebound. And down she went. They wanted to travel, didn't get it. Greenway, little pull up is short. And then Honecker commits a foul.
And I think Madden that time was surprised how open she was that close, and maybe was going to pass and just left it a little bit short.
It's good to know that she's human too.
Yeah.
She doesn't make them all. Cletty works it into the front court here for Mahtomedi. And sometimes switching to a defense like this isn't all just about tonight either. I think it's, you if you want to use this, as Green hits a three, you need to practice it in games as well as in practice.
You do, and also when you play at such a fast pace, sometimes a couple possessions of it just to, you're going to get a travel there, just to slow down, give your defense a break here.
Yeah, and just make that other team pause for a moment too as they, okay, what are they in now? What do we got to do?
Yep.
That pass tipped. Green keeps it though, and back to Frazier. Cletty is fouled. That was one where you'd forced her into kind of a tough shot. It felt like you didn't need to really go for the block there like that.
No, you can tell that time Cletty looked like, she's driving to get the foul. You see that? And that's where you just get out of the way. Let her, if they make a tough shot like that when they're a little bit out of control, that's hats off. But, yeah, you don't want to foul them, and especially her. She's such a good free throw shooter, too.
Grace Counts picked up her second foul on that last play. So we've got a fair number of people with some fouls. Not anything out of the ordinary too much, but Hope Counts, of course, being the exception with 4 fouls, have been sitting for a while. Down low, Grace Counts trying to muscle her way in and got the pass off. Peterson will shoot it up. Cleddy tipped it to herself.
Oh, nice look, nice look.
Frazier didn't quite have the angle. And then there's a foul on the Lions. So Mahtomedi back within 13 and now drawing a foul.
Yeah, doing just a nice job of battling. They just keep battling. Defensively, they're contesting shots, tipping the ball, getting the rebounds. And that time, again, the transition, they push it ahead and they get a good shot and then a nice offensive rebound out of it, too. And a chance for 2 free throws here for Jesperson.
Now Hope Counts will return with those 4 fouls here for Providence. No good on the second try, and Peterson runs it down. Greenway finds Honecker along 2, and that one's good. First basket for Brooke here tonight. It's been a little bit cold shooting, but buries that one. Cleddy driving it, and we'll get a foul on Providence. I think it was before the collision with Greenway, actually. Yeah, Honecker was called. I heard the whistle go before, the actual ending contact on the reach-in. Oof. Oh. That probably would have been a charge, I think, or it certainly could have been.
I think so, too.
But they had already whistled Brooke Honecker for that foul. Timeout requested here by Connor Gatz on the Providence side, so he's feeling things not going exactly how he wanted to see of late here. And that's the thing. Obviously, the standards have kind of grown higher and higher for them, and he's not going to be satisfied with just winning a game or, he wants good possessions every time. You see the Lions, you look at that right now and you go, well, that record, but that's coming into the year as defending champion, and then their losses were to teams that were either out of state or in a higher class, too.
Yeah, that hurts. If you bump knees like that, it can just smart for about a good minute or two, and it's not a fun feeling, but usually goes away after a couple minutes. Yeah, same with Holy Family. I know a couple of their losses were to teams in Class 5A and 6A, so I like to see the smaller schools, the better schools playing up and playing against some of the better teams in the bigger classes. It's great competition.
Zephyrs basketball here. They down 14. They've been kind of making a little run. I mean, again, they feel like they have the momentum a little bit. Frazier will shoot that 3 from the top. No good. Nice rebound, though. And the putback is good. Jesperson.
Yeah, she's kind of their energy person, right? Kind of all over defensively, gets some offensive rebounds, and a nice job. Oh, great pass.
Greenway to Peterson, wouldn't drop though, and Frazier wins the fight for the rebound. $8:50 to go here. Mahtomedi is within a dozen. Deflected out by Providence.
Yeah, and the fight that the Mahtomedi has shown tonight too, Jay, have been really impressive. There's a couple times where you just felt like this game might get out of hand, and both of those times, just a nice job kind of clawing back in, getting stops, hitting some shots, just continuing to fight.
Back out, ooh, dangerous one, but it gets there, and then a 3 taken and made by Presley Albers. So starting to see how maybe they were missing with her with that foul trouble, a weapon here in the second half.
Well, we saw her first shot. She kind of rushed it, right? It missed everything, but the last couple have looked really pure.
Metzel will be called for the foul as Hope Counts put it on the deck. So first time it's been under 10 in a very long time.
Again, just good basketball, inside out. Nice swing pass there.
Greenway, a step back three and hits. Wow. For a lot of people, you might say, is that really a good shot? But for Madden Greenway, you say, go ahead.
Yeah, she's earned the right to take those kinds of shots, and that's demoralizing when you've just hit a three. Oh, good response.
Answering. That wasn't a three, but it was a great shot nonetheless. Ahead to Hope Counts, too strong. So the lead is 10. Frazier swings it. Letty. Ooh, a little off balance there. And Greenway out of there with it. Greenway pushing it, and Pierre fouled her.
And that's what's so tough. She gets that rebound, and she goes, and she's so fast with the ball in her hands, too. She beats most of the defenders down. And again, just going right up into the contact.
Pierre got plenty of basketball there, but a little body as well.
Yeah, and anytime they see that arm kind of go down like that, that's going to, more often than not, going to be a foul.
One more coming here for Greenway. In and out. Grace Counts got her hands on the rebound, and then a tie-up. It'll stay with Providence.
That's the second or third time tonight she's gotten an offensive rebound off of a missed free throw. She is so good at that.
Green coming back into the Mahtomedi lineup here. Oh, Hope Counts had it slip through her hands. Now tried to throw it out of bounds off the Zephyrs Green, but didn't quite angle it right. Green will step up and fire, but missed.
They've shot the ball a lot better this second half.
Tipped, and it goes off of Honecker's hands. It will be Zephyr's ball, and a good call. We had a great look at it, and it definitely hit Brooks' hand.
Nice job by Pierre just at the last second to get those long arms. Tips it, yeah, you can see definitely right off of Honecker's hand.
Chance to cut it again to single digits. It's an 11-point game right now. Double comes, and Greenway tips it away and will lead the pack for the layup.
You just got to take care of that ball, especially when she's around. She's going to be playing the passing lanes.
The out off Providence there, as it looked like Potoff was trying to draw a foul and didn't get it. Oh, tried to bank it off the back of Counts. And then we're going to get a blocking foul there. And Cleddy will shoot two.
Ball's on the line. That's her third.
She's one of the most determined people I've seen in a long time. That when nailed her chin there on the
knees.
Knee, yeah. But when she makes that move and decides she's going to get to the rim, she is going to get there and has done a really nice job at drawing fouls tonight.
Cleddy's free throw no good, but I would get back to what you said earlier though. On a couple of, I don't want to say that you back off, but make her make that shot instead of fouling her. Because not saying she couldn't make it, but it's not going to be an easy one. And Grace Counts ripped the rebound away, and then we get a foul call. So Zephyrs missing an opportunity there on the free throws, and then foul on the rebound. Again, we have moisture on the floor. They got the players out there drying it off. That was the 4th foul on Anna Green. So both teams now with 16 fouls. Next will be in the bonus from here on out. Greenway into the lane and Pierre with a block. Zephyrs love that, but then Greenway will fire from the corner. It's short, and Grace Council is fouled.
Oh, great length there by Sophia Pierre. Able to get that, using that length without getting the body, able to block that out, but again, Grace Counts just her hustle and intensity, pounding the offensive glass tonight.
First point of the second half for Grace. She has 14 total after a very strong first half. Second one is also good. So again, they push it back up to 15. Every time Mahtomedi feels like they're closing it, it goes back up. Frazier takes that 3, but too long. Now Greenway looking to run it back. Ooh, tough pass, tipped around. Frazier got to it. Timeout taken by Mahtomedi. They thought they were going to get the tie-up, but they didn't get right on it.
Good hustle.
Frazier, I think, hit her knee on the court as she went down to get that ball, kind of trying to shake it off a little bit. Well, here's some of what we got coming up for you on CCX Sports as our first gymnastics meet of the season. 2 of the better teams in the Northwest Suburbs, Champlain Park, Maple Grove, Thursday night. And then
I didn't know we had a wrestling match tonight, too.
Yeah, they're in the crowd there. We got girls, boys basketball doubleheader over at Wyzetta coming up on Tuesday night. And
2 good games, too.
And then Champlain Park Rogers should be a good one.
Yeah.
Girls basketball as well next week as we're getting toward the holiday break.
And Lakeville North has a couple of players that just committed to Wisconsin, so they're going to be a fun team to watch this year. Wyzetta always so competitive and good as well. So yeah, that'll be a fun doubleheader. Which one are you doing? Do you know yet? Well, it's kind of a critical point here. Down 15, good timeout. You save a possession. You got to get a score, and you got to figure out a way to maybe create some turnovers too. Steal some possessions here if you're Mahtomedi.
Albers to the corner. Oh, they got punched up a little bit. Cleddy looking to drive this one. Might have traveled, yeah. Good help defense.
Yep. And a nice job without fouling that time, too.
Cleddy, much like Greenway a moment ago, was looking around saying, was that a travel? But I thought it was. Grace Count, spin move, but missed it. Pass tip, but it eventually makes its way to Albers. Cleddy, shot fake, steps in, but missed. Frazier had the rebound, and it'll stay with Mahtomedi on the held ball.
Yeah, and that was that's a good possession. Cleddy with a good shot fake, got a nice open look.
He'll dump it inside, but no good on the jump hook by Jesperson.
And nice job by Counts that time, defending without fouling either.
And a turnover, though, by Hope Counts. Cleddy, reverse, and is fouled.
Great spin move. And that time under control, able to draw the contact and almost got it to fall. Watch this spin move, Jay.
Milliburn, that's her third. At the line, Clay.
Nice move. Yeah, she's been impressive.
Green will come back in. She has 4 fouls, as does Albers. And on the other side, Hope Counts has 4, and Honecker does too. And this will be Pierre coming over the back, I believe.
And remember, too, it's bonus.
And that's her 4th foul.
Yep.
Fouls on number 4, Sophia Peer, that's her 4th. And that puts the Lions in the bonus. Grace Counts shooting.
So Grace Counts heading to the free throw line here. 3 out of 5 tonight from the stripe. And misses that one. Ooh, Pierre called for the carry there. It got out away from her a little bit. They're looking to trap now as there's Grace Counts. Missed it. Hope Counts, though, the rebound and putback.
Yeah, nice job. Just a good nose for the ball there. Seeing the ball flight went up right for it, beat everyone to it, able to get the putback, and that was big. That puts you up 16 with right at 4 minutes to play.
Green to Frazier. Good recovery defensively. Pierre spinning back to the right hand and scores.
Another nice spin move, and she's got that great length with those long arms, able to finish. Really well done.
Yeah, she's worked hard here tonight.
Yeah.
Timeout taken by Providence here.
And
3:41 to go.
she's had the task of guarding Greenway, too, a lot tonight, giving up a little bit of quickness, but really doing a nice job using her length.
Been a good battle tonight. Both teams have worked very hard.
Yep. Yeah, it just had one of those feels where you thought, kind of the way the game started, you thought Providence Academy might run away with it. Mahtomedi closes it. And then it looks like they're going to run away with it again. They close the gap. So it just kind of hovered in that, 9 to 16 point range most of the game. But the effort's been amazing, I think, on both sides. Both coaches very proud of the effort their teams are playing with. And it's early. It's a non-conference game. It's a great time to learn. This is how you learn about your team. Learn what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, who plays well together, what works, what doesn't work. So these are the best kind of games to have early.
Mahtomedi is looking to trap as they did a moment ago as well. I think they kind of realized we need to make something happen if we're going to close the gap here. Change it up a little bit defensively.
Yeah, he'll take that, a quick 3. No time off the clock. That's why you just got to capitalize, and then she gets going in transition.
Greenway lost it. Last touch by Mahtomedi, though. I think Frazier wasn't sure. She might have been able to grab that one, but she thought it might have been off Greenway.
Yeah, good hands there.
Hope Counts back for Honecker, kicks it back out. Milliburn an open look. No good. Honecker grabs the rebound.
Oh, nice look.
And Hope Counts all alone, or Grace Counts, all alone for the layup.
Yeah, Honecker, smallest person on the court, gets the offensive rebound. Great pass.
Cletty the miss, and ultimately Milliburn up with it. Here's Greenway. Greenway behind the back to Honecker for 2. And now an 18-point lead, and that might have kind of put it away, I think. Cletty driving it, but cut off. Pierre gets free and missed it. Grace Counts a rebound. Greenway pushing it ahead. Honecker no good. here, getting it ahead to Green. It looks like part of her ankle brace is coming
I thought it was
loose.
part of the shoe that came off.
And we get a foul call as Green realized something was flopping around on her foot.
Yeah, and those kinds of possessions. Look at the behind the back.
That's her first.
And again, I love how she just waits to the last second to keep that defender on her. Sometimes you'll see guys pass that too early, and the defense can recover and still contest it, but she does such a nice job of drawing that defender, making sure her teammate, when they do catch, is wide open.
Hope counts the rebound off the free throw miss. Greenway is held and will go to the line. Interesting. The last foul on Greenway was her very first, and that's the very first foul on Cletty. And it isn't because they haven't been working hard or being aggressive or anything like that. It sometimes just works out that way.
Might be the first on them, but they've each drawn collectively probably 15 between the two of them.
Free throw is good. 32 points now for Greenway.
Yeah, right at that average.
Second one good, and the strange thing about it is she'd probably tell you, well, I left a few out there.
Yep.
She missed some shots that she probably normally makes.
Yep, absolutely. You know, in the they don't really keep this stat. I mean, obviously you can add points and assists together, but point creation, right? How much are you creating? Even if you get the hockey assist, right, or you know whatever it is, but just off of you're pushing the ball and making the right pass and cuts or whatever. You know, how many points are you generating for your team? And she's got to be responsible for about 85% of their team's points. That was a nice drive.
Boy, pot off.
Yeah.
A difficult finish, banking it home.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see why she's, you know, in double figures on the year for average too. Very capable scorer.
And Frazier knocked it away and then commits the foul. Greenway will head to the line.
Foul's on number 3, Frazier. That's her second.
Yeah, and I like the way Frazier's competing though.
The double bonus, Matt Greenway. Shoot 2.
Nothing but net on that free throw. And Greenway makes a pair. Lead back to 20 here. A minute 12 to go. Tipped away, but they recover it here with pros. Oh, Greenway went for the steal, didn't quite get it. And now Greenway grabs this rebound. Keeps on pushing it and will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta love the motor too, right? Up 20, under a minute left, still pushing it hard, still going at the rim hard.
Fiona Magers will be called for that foul.
There's also something to it when your best player is also your hardest worker, right? You know, that people just kind of fall in line. When you see her on the floor diving and still attacking, I mean, it lights a fire in everyone to keep playing hard.
Grace Counts tipping that pass, and we'll get a foul call against the Lions.
Really tonight, I mean, both teams. I've been so impressed with how hard both teams have played.
Foul's on number 3, Brooke Honecker. And that's her 5th.
Honecker will foul out on that play, so has 4 points tonight. Miller will check in to replace her.
Jesperson at the line.
And Tori Jesperson getting set to shoot free throws. Or a free throw, I guess, on the front end of the one-on-one. She missed it.
You know, that's another thing, too. They've missed a lot. They've left a lot of points on the line from the free throw line, too, tonight. Not saying that, they would have won or it would have been different. It was a nice follow-up.
Metzel scoring that one.
I like Metzel, too. She kind of does a little of everything for them, plays hard. They all play hard. Yeah, you had another 10, 12 free throws, too. For Mahtomedi, it might be a little bit different game.
Under 10 to go, 20-point lead, and Providence is going to shoot again here as they will win this one to even their record at 2-2. A 74-54 victory here for the defending 2A champions from Providence Academy. So we'll take a timeout, come back here with more from Providence Academy as the Lions win it 74-54.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back here to Providence Academy as the Lions winning it tonight here in girls basketball over Mahtomedi 74-54. Good competitive battle, and in a lot of ways it feels like maybe it was a little closer than that score looks, but you give Providence credit for the way they were able to pull away and get this victory here tonight after a 1-2 start against, again, obviously very, very tough competition. Let's go over now to Ryan, who's with Madden Greenway.
Well, I'm here with Madden Greenway. Madden, first of all, I got to tell you, in person, so impressive how hard your team plays. And I think when their best player plays the hardest, everyone else to follow in line. Is that something that you always think about, is how hard you're playing?
Yeah, before the games, our main thing is just, play hard. If we play hard, there's not a lot of teams that can beat us, I think. And if we play together, play hard, it shows. I think our defense turned them to 54. They're a really good team. So I think, just play hard and play as a team. Well,
coming into the game, I look at you averaging 32 points. And what's great is how you get them, right? Some people get them by just shooting or just playing inside. You get them transition. I feel like the number one thing I've seen in growth in your game is your shot from deep range. Is that something you really emphasized this summer?
Yeah, over the summer and just through AAU, it's really hard to get to the rim versus some of the teams that we're playing. So, being able to shoot the deep three can really, especially at my height, it really helps. So, yeah, just working that on with my coach, hitting the deep three with pressure, I think it's kind of what I wanted to improve on, what I think I have. So, yeah, I've worked on it.
Well, so you guys are the number one ranked team in your class. You look at the record, it's 1-2. It's a little deceiving because you played some of the best teams, not only in Minnesota, but in Iowa and Wisconsin as well. How is this early season challenges? How have they been for you guys?
We've played some great teams. Bishop Garrigan from Iowa is one of the most dominant teams I think I've ever played against. So I just think it's going to prepare us so well for when we come back down and play 2A teams. And I think it's just going to prepare us for the hard games in the postseason and hopefully state. So I just think, it kind of sucks having a 1-2 record, but it's coming against really good teams, and we know that it's helping us rather than killing teams by, teams that we could be playing in 2A. So I just think it kind of hurts a little bit, but just pushes us. And came out and we were we wanted to have a winning record after this and then this Saturday game. So yeah, just continue to work.
Anyway, how does it feel being a defending state champion? What's the mindset of this team? Is it a little bit different when you're now, being the hunted instead of the hunter?
Yeah, it's just, we know everyone, no matter if they're in 2A, 3A, or 4A, or even 1A, they want to beat us because, we kind of get the hype around us, winning state and then just all through, how we play together. And I just think everyone wants to come in and beat us, but we know that we're built for this, and we have some firepower coming off the bench too. So, it kind of makes it fun. All the teams bring their best fans and everything. So, honestly, we like it.
Okay, last good question. You're a very good defender. Madden Greenway the offense against Madden Greenway the defender, one-on-one, who wins?
I would say offense. I don't know, though. We'll see.
Well, congratulations on a great game. A lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
You bet. Back to you, Jay.
Thanks, Ryan. Congratulations to Madden and the Lions hit exactly half their points with 37 here tonight. And we said they've got pretty difficult schedule, and these are some of the teams that they are going to be facing this season. And, look at just from a variety of classes, and it's great to see not only other good teams, but just different styles of play and everything that can help make them better, I think, as well. So It's again 37 for Greenway here tonight. Grace Counts had 17 for the Lions, 18 points for Cledia. She leads the way for Mahtomedi. I hope you've enjoyed this one here tonight. For Ryan Iverson and all of our CCX crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Again, it is Providence Academy 74, Mahtomedi 54.